What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new FPL season. My name is Mo, and yeah, it's been a while since I've been on here. Reason being, I'll tell you guys now. I went on holiday in New Year, so around New Year, around December. Came back and I unfortunately caught COVID. So it was long term. It had an effect on me generally, my health, fatigue, breathing. It just wasn't possible for me to do content. But I'm back now, fitter, better, looking to have a great new season. Got a lot in store for us to discuss. So yeah, let's go through what we have in agenda at the moment. So let's get the screen up. So in terms of what's going on new, what's been happening, what we have all prepared for the new season. Decisions, what's key. And we've got Fadsley in the house. Hey Fadsley, how are you doing? You alright? I hope you're well. It's been a while, but I hope you're keeping well and you had a good end to the season last season. Just drinking some apple juice to get energized. It's not as hot as it's been recently, but it's still quite warm, considering I sleep in the attic, which is kind of like the furnace. But the new season's back, the new season's live. I'm not going to lie to you, since the game got released, I've been wanting to come live. But again, it's just I've not been too well to do it. But I'm back now, better health, looking to obviously give you guys all the content you want, the information you need. So if you're new around here, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and be part of the FPL INKLING family. But an absolute pleasure for you guys, seriously. I've missed you guys. I hope you're all well. I hope you guys all had a lovely end to the season last season. So what we're going to be going through is... Oh, sorry about that, that's my sanitizer. What we're going to be going through is the squad values, what my thought process is, what I'm thinking for this season, how I want to be different. Not too different, but kind of follow the template, but also bring my own game to the table as well. So there's a lot of players that I've looked at, a lot of players that I'm looking at the moment, which we'll discuss as well. And if you guys got any questions, drop us a message. Mike, how are you? I'm good. I hope you're keeping well. Thank you for coming onto the stream. Ali. Hey Ali, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm good, thank you. I'm better. As I've explained, I did come down with COVID. So for the last 6 to 8 months, it's been quite a challenge for me. Personally, health-wise, I'm better now. I feel much better. And I'm so glad to be back doing what I enjoy most, which is obviously being here with you guys and giving you guys... I start discussing what's going on in the FPL world. There's a lot to discuss, so we'll move on to that as well. But thank you for joining as well. Ali says he's on his 57th draft. Ali, I want about my 557th draft. Imagine if I'm just thinking to myself, it's been about 14 days probably around the game's been released. If I'd been releasing videos every single day at the time I changed my squad, unbelievable. So you're not the only one that is happening to. John, how are you? Good afternoon. Nice to see you. I'm better, thank you so much. I am much better now. Still got a bit of bags under my eyes because of the tiredness and fatigue, but yeah, I did have it tough. I hope everyone's well, everyone stayed safe, but yeah, COVID was a very it's a reality check, to be fair. But yeah, here I am back now, fitter, better, and looking forward to the new season. We'll actually discuss how my last season at the end went. I had a really good lift off around New Year, so I went really well, and I got to, I think, around the 200k mark, but then I came back down a bit around the 300k. I actually got my highest rank in my history, my history of playing FPL. And I think I've analysed the mistakes I made last season. I think I know where I went wrong, as I say that every season. And I've got a plan to ensure that I can win this game this time. I think last time I set myself a top 100k, and I still didn't achieve it. I think this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to aim for the top 10k. Let's go big. Why not? I think I can win this game. That's why I'm playing it, right? So I'm going to aim for the top 10k, and let's see if I can get there as well. But as you remember, Mo, you were the one that went big at the back last season. Guess what? Now big at the back is a common thing. There you go. See, Fadsley? Big at the back, right? I won it last season. It didn't work out last season. But the pricing this year is interesting. Interesting in the sense that the value seems like it's in the defence. And that's what happened last season. I said that last season, and it didn't pay off then. Am I going to go 5 at the back again? That'll be revealing. I'm joking. But I'm going big at the back again. I had that theory last season, but it didn't pay off with obviously players like Chilwell getting injured, Reece James getting injured. the kind of issue that I had last season was more along the line of people getting injured. So Reece James, Chilwell weren't regulars, and the other players that I did select around that period did not hit the ground running. But the value was in the midfield. So understandably, I can see where that happened then. But this season, it's probably going to be 5 at the back, which looks most interesting. And people are actually going for a premium goalkeeper. So again, last season, I went different to many other FPL gurus, pundits. I'm not a guru or pundit, like FPL, let's say, YouTubers or people who discuss FPL on even like forums. They weren't too keen on premium goalkeepers at the back. I had Edison for pretty much 80% of my season last season, and he paid me well. And they've come down in goalkeeping price this year, which again is very beneficial for us, because the way you need to think about it is when you got a player with like a premium price for a goalkeeper, so you got Lloris, Alisson, and I think it's Edison that are 5.5 mils this season, the most expensive goalkeepers. What that actually does is you need to actually look into the core of it. Are you taking away an attacking return? And how I proposition that is, for example, if you have Alisson in goal, you've got the following options to select from. Obviously, Mane is left now. That's a huge miss for Liverpool in general. But you've got players like Mo Salah, Trent, Robertson. Van Dijk is a differential because he's half a mil cheaper than Robertson, but they usually get around the same price, same points, I think. So it's probably about 180 to about 200, obviously, or Robertson goes up to. So is there value in Van Dijk? You've also got Diaz. You've got Nuno, the new striker. You've got Jota when he comes back from injury. So where are you placing the value? So maybe if you take in Alisson, you take away another attacking return in your forward line. So maybe Edison or Lloris might be a better shout. So if you're looking at, like, I know there was this whole hype around Perisic. I don't know why. Like, he might hit the ground running. He might be amazing, but I didn't go for Perisic personally. But then you got Lloris in goal. Then you can have Kane and Son. But for Man City, it's perfect because Edison, you're going to get the defensive returns from him because he's a regular. There's rotation risk in the team. Haaland, De Bruyne, Edison, 3 safe picks. Yes, there may be rotation on the other 2, potentially, but we'll just have to wait and see. But there is a lot of value in the defence this season. We'll go through some fixtures. We'll go through my thinking squad. And you guys put in your squads as well, so we can discuss as well what you guys are going through. And I want you guys to be honest with my squad so far, because this is what I've picked. I haven't followed anyone. When I made this draft myself, and I'm going to be honest with you, I did not look at anyone's content. I do watch people's contents, but I made this draft before. So I've had this for about 2 weeks now, because I don't want to be influenced by anyone else's thoughts process. I want it to be mine, and I want to be driving it as well. So I didn't jump on any bandwagons. I'll tell you guys how I created this squad, which were my players that I wanted to have, because you need to work backwards in FPL. So you need to always select the players that you want. Then obviously choose the players that you must have, because obviously you can't always have all the premiums. You need to have some of the kind of essentials. Then you need to choose who's going to be your kind of like makeshift players, or the enablers that allow you to get the kind of expensive players. So there's players like Neto, and obviously people are talking about these players, but maybe I've gone different, and this is where it's going to be interesting when I show you guys my squad. All right. Wait, yo mate, hope you're doing good. I'm good, thank you. Much better. Fully recovered now, and I feel good to go. Mike says, I've done about 5 drafts with what I think I need. Just waiting for a pre-season to finish and finalise. Yeah, so pre-season's going on at the moment. There's always the Rashford kind of dilemma that I have. I'm thinking of, should I pick him, should I not? But then we've got Eriksen now as well. Sancho's in good form. Martial's doing well. Ronaldo, is he going to stay or not? So the rotation aspect is what's concerning me. So let's see. Sam, hi Sam, how are you? Have I got any Man United players? Ooh, no, that's revealing. I will show you in a moment. At the moment, have I got any Man United players? No, I don't. I have been tempted, I was thinking at potentially Dalot at 4.5 mil. He's done well in pre-season. He's getting the nod ahead of Van Bissaka. So if I can get a Manchester United right back at 4.5 mil, is going to be a regular starter. Not bad. That's someone that I can potentially look at. Am I looking at him at the moment? Not really, because they drew today and they kind of gone back to square one. I think I need to see a bit more of United before I start picking them. But if I'm going to be honest, it's probably going to be Dalot, who I'm looking into. Rashford, 6.5 mil. If he does get the starts and he hits some form like he has in pre-season, then definitely Marcus Rashford could be one. Martial is a concern for me because he's done well. Ronaldo's still there. If Ronaldo leaves, that's 7 mil. Not a bad, or 7.5 mil. It's not a bad price at all for a United forward. And he's gone away, he's done well, and maybe he'll like the way Ten Hag manages him and gives him the chance. So we'll have to wait and see on United. So Aubameyang's gone. I know Aubameyang's gone. It's kind of good because then I'm not tempted to pick him. But what a great player he was. Fazzy, no Aubameyang no more as well. Yeah, no Aubameyang. Fazzy, do something to get Aubameyang. I can, man. I can. I think I probably just need to give a call to FPL and say, can you just get Aubameyang for 9 mil in the squads, and we'll just adjust it to the league, right? Ali Matt said, gonna skip Haaland unless he looks awesome in the Charity Shield. I think the 5 sub rule means a lot of the less than 60-minute subs. Yeah, exactly. So that's the concern around Man City, especially because I think Pep Guardiola plays FPL himself, but if he doesn't play FPL, he certainly plays around with FPL managers like ourselves, their emotions. So he takes players off at 58 minutes, 57 minutes, 53 minutes, random. Makes no sense. So 60-minute subs, it's going to be huge, guys. It's going to be probably massive rotation. Maybe having a strong bench might be a good idea this season, but again, I've always never been a fan of having too much value on the bench because let's say you've played that player and that player's played 60 minutes already. You've already going to embrace those 2 points or any additional points that they do get. Someone coming off the bench, does it add value? I'm not too sure. But for now, I'm going to keep it strong on the 11 and not really worry too much about the bench itself. In terms of Haaland's an interesting one. I am so tempted to go to Kane in first game week. And I think that's the dilemma that I'm going to be in. In terms of Haaland, his ownership concerns me because if he hits the ground running, Manchester City have amazing fixtures. So I know West Ham seems a difficult game on paper, but remember a couple of seasons ago, about 2019, I think it was, 2019, when it was an opening fixture again at the London Stadium, and Man City won 5-1, 6-1, like a Mahrez hat-trick or something along those lines. So it's hard. They played well last season. West Ham's not going to be an easy game. But Haaland, the ownership scares me. It concerns me because if Haaland scores and does well, Kane doesn't score and doesn't do too well, you fall behind the race so far. I never say chase ownership, but when you're starting with a player that's so highly and popularly picked, it's concerning from that side for me. But let's wait and see. Let's see how I feel. Yes, the Community Shield will play the biggest part as well. Genius Gamer says, hey Genius Gamer, how are you? Sam Mo going to Dubai at the start of the season. No Dubai. I am going on holiday, by the way. But I haven't finalised it yet at the moment. So I will be here for I think the first two game weeks. Yeah, first 2 game weeks, and then I'm out for 5 days. I'm going on holiday, but yeah, I need a break after recovering. But not Dubai. It's too hot for Dubai right now. Maybe New Year. We never know. As I say, Martial in your draft. So let's go through my draft now. We'll go through it. Let me show you guys what I've got, and let's see what it goes. Martial's not in my draft, by the way, so I'll let you know on that one. Sancho, only United player. Sancho's done well. He scored again today against Aston Villa. Definitely to be looking at. King Harry, team check. Oh yes, we'll get you checked. King Harry, what rank did I get last season? Let's see. What rank did I get last season? So where am I? Game week history. Let's go on it. 2021, 2020, 340,223 was my rank. So that's my best finish ever as a FPL manager, beating my previous record, which was 2 seasons ago, which was 489,000. Not bad. I'll take it. Overall points was 2389. The highest rank I got was 198,000 around game week 30. But then Robertson and De Bruyne really affected me because I was with Salah and Trent, so that really hampered me and got me around 340. Overall, I'm satisfied, but obviously to do better this season. So hopefully in the top 10k, I'm looking to finish this season. Turkish, yo, how you doing, brother? Long time. It has been a long time, Turkish. I've been missing you guys as well. Again, I had COVID long term. It was just difficult to come back in, but I thought, why not? Let's do a live stream today and let's get to speak to you guys whilst I'm here. So if you guys are new around here, guys, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Welcome to FPL INKLING. We're a family team, and this is unlike any other FPL platform. I will listen to what you guys have to say. You guys can actually teach me how I can improve myself and further be better. I'm not going to sit here and claim myself for being some FPL guru. I am just one of you guys, standard FPL manager, enjoying the game, spreading the love, spreading the knowledge that I do have a little bit, and taking the knowledge from you guys as well. So we've got around 3.158 million managers registered already. 2 weeks, or just under 2 weeks now, before the first game kicks off. I know you guys have been here for a while now, so let's show you guys what team I have. Fancy says, can't do anything, but I'm going with Kane and Mahrez. Not a bad shout. Mahrez probably getting more time now due to Sterling. Jesus going. He'll get more minutes now as well. So will Foden. Not Fornells. Ooh. There you go. I think I've got Fornells in there. So this is FPL INKLING, Mo's team reveal. So what do we have here? How are we going? I'm going 5 at the back. And I'm going 5-3-2. So let's start with the back line. So let's start with Mendy. Now, why have I selected Mendy this season and not gone for a premium? Good question, because Edouard Mendy was kind of a premium last season at 6 mil. So his ownership is 26.5%, as you guys can see already. Quite highly owned, and I'll tell you the reason why it is for that as well. I still classify him as a premium goalkeeper because he's going to be one of the teams that is going to be competing for the top 4, and I think it's quite likely to finish in the top 4. Yes, they've lost Rudiger, but they've signed a new defender. I'm not really good at pronouncing his name, but they definitely signed a new centre-back. They've got, obviously, the wing-backs as well to play with, so it'd be interesting to see how Edouard Mendy will focus and go ahead with that as well. So 130 points last year, 14 clean sheets, 73 saves, and I think the fixtures is something that actually really excites me about Chelsea, and I'm not tripling up on them because I don't think I need to triple up on any team at the moment in terms of defensively, despite me doing that last season with Man City. But you can see Everton, Tottenham's a tough game at home, Leeds away, Leicester at home, Southampton away, West Ham at home and Fulham away. So a nice start there for Mendy. So let's see how it goes from there. Wavy says Diaz versus James and Lingard versus Martinelli, whom to choose? I mean, firstly for me, I'd go Diaz James. That's for Diaz versus James. So I would go Diaz versus James. I'll go Reece James. Lingard Martinelli. I'd go Martinelli personally out of those two. Badgy 3, Patrick Vieira masterclass, triple Arsenal gone, home advantage for the first game week. So yeah, I've chosen 3 Arsenal players here. So let's go from the back. We've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, pretty much one of the first players I actually added to this draft. 54% owned at the moment, 208 points, so he's hit 200 points for the first time last season. 12 assists and 2 goals, pretty much, the value you'd get for Trent at 7.5 mil. I thought he'd be a bit more. I thought they'd put him up to 8.5 because he's got more points than some of the 8 million midfielders listed this year. So that is what we have there. Robertson, so I've gone Robertson at the back. It was a close call between him and Diaz. But I think I've gone Robertson because A, it's $1 million cheaper. Yes, there's Tsimikas on the bench for risk of rotation, but then he's going to have the risk of rotation with Jota as well. Clean sheet as well. Last season at the end of it, I really wish I owned him, but I didn't. But if you look at the starting fixtures for Liverpool as well, Manchester United game week 3 is listed as red at Old Trafford. I think they'll probably be quite comfortable in that game as well, to be brutally honest. But until all the way up to game week 7, until game week 8, they look okay. So that's why I've gone double Liverpool defence. Then I've taken Gabrielle. So Gabrielle, the reason why I've chosen him, for 5 mil, he's going to be a regular starter, captain of Arsenal, 146 points last season, 5 goals. He's got an attacking threat. So at 5 mil, I had the choice between him and Trippier to choose, but I chose Gabrielle personally because Trippier's injury prone. And then I've got João Cancelo, again 7 mil, 45% ownership. Pretty standard pick. One of the most successful players last season, pretty much in every game week squad for Guardiola. So that's quite rare for a player, but 200 points plus, 12 returns with 11 assists and 1 goal. So I had to choose him from there. Matty Cash did well last season, 7 returns, 147 points for 5 mil. Villa have a decent start to this season if you look at their fixtures until they hit game week 5. But Bournemouth away, Everton home, Crystal Palace away, West Ham at home. I see good returns potentially there. So especially with him, on the wing giving crosses. So let's wait and see. And then I've got Salah, 57.1%, self-explanatory. 265 points last season, 37 returns. I cannot have this team in there. I'm not gonna lie to you. The reason why I put the title is Mo Salah or no Salah. I had that dilemma of I tried making a team without Mo Salah, and it just doesn't look right. It honestly just looks so weak. I tried it even with De Bruyne, Son, Kane. I tried the threemiums and everything. It just doesn't look great. So I just put Mo Salah in, and that's in my squad to stay. Then I've gone for Bukayo Saka. So this really helped me because I chose Robertson. I've already got 3 Liverpool players. I've chosen Saka to give me an Arsenal player. I know he'll play. I know he'll get the starts. He might even have penalties, set pieces as well. Potentially you could take. So Bukayo Saka is going to form a partnership, I would say, with Jesus. May come off. So why not choose Saka for now? And now I've gone for Pablo Fornells. So the reason I've gone for Fornells, everyone's talking about this Neto vibe and Neto hype. And yes, he's done well pre-season. He scored the other day. 5.5 mil. Wolves at Sky, who didn't really score much last season, kind of made me a bit concerned. So again, I need a differential. I want an enabler, and I know someone who I've seen in the past tonight. And I thought, he's done a good job last season. 10 returns for 5.5 mil. I'll take that. He's my enabler. To get other players in this team, I think Pablo Fornells is someone that I'm going to go for. No, not to say I won't go on to Neto if Neto starts well, but I don't want to be just literally jumping on the bandwagon just because certain people believe that he's done well in the past, and he has. But so is Pablo Fornells, in my opinion. For that price, for those consistent returns, it's worth the 5.5 mil for now. Unless they sign another player who takes his position, I'm going to stick with Fornells for now. Yes, Fadsley, Fornells. And then I've got, obviously, Gabrielle Jesus. I think the signing of the summer, 60% of people own him. I brought him into the squad when he was owned about 18% before he played really well in pre-season. Honestly, this guy is so undervalued, underrated. I think 8 million is far too cheap for him. He should have been at least 9 for me. For a proven player in the Premier League, he should have been more expensive. He's been that before. 9.5 the last 2 seasons. 8.5 last season, last 3 seasons. So he's got cheaper and cheaper, and his points tallies are pretty respectable for what other strikers have got during that period. So that's why I've gone for Jesus. Haaland, 58.6% ownership. There's not really much to go by, but this guy is an absolute machine. Deadly in physique, finishing. Yes, new to the Premier League, but we'll just have to wait and see. This is the one player that I might be tempted to switch before my deadline for the first game week. Haaland to Kane, I'm still very, very tilted of who does what. Again, the Community Shield plays the huge factor for me. But that's basically my squad. 5-3-2. In goal on my bench, Forster for Southampton. Andreas, who's gone from United to Fulham. So Pereira. I think he'll get a few starts, so it's nice to have a bench enabler there. Owned by about 24% of managers. And then I've gone for Murphy. I was really impressed with Jacob Murphy last season. Really came along in the season. 4.5 mil. Nice little player to have if needed be on the bench. And then I've chosen Taylor at the moment. Lyle Taylor from Nottingham Forest. Had a good season last season in the Championship. A lot of people are choosing Greenwood from Leeds, I think. But I've seen a bit of him last season on TV. And I think he's got a bit about him. So at the moment, he's in there. Again, that could change to Archer if he continues to do well in the pre-season. But overall, this is my squad, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with it? Do you like it? This is my squad. So you can see there's obviously a bit of thought gone on behind it. I've not literally followed the bandwagon of Neto, Reece James. As much as I wanted Reece James in there, I wish I could get him in for cash, but I just don't have the extra mil that I want to take on. Metcash, I could have upgraded him to Reece James and moved Saka to Barnes. That was something that I have been looking at, but I just think, Saka and Cash might be overall a better combination for me for now. Let's look at your comments, guys. Sam, with Lukaku gone, thoughts on Havertz? Does Sterling interest you? Havertz for 8.5 mil, 8 mil is attractive to look at. I think if Jesus wasn't at Arsenal, I probably would have picked Havertz as a striker. Sterling is definitely someone I was looking at, but for 10 mil, it's a bit too much. I think nine would have been fair for him. But 10 mil, obviously, because you've got so many premiums and their prices. I've even looked at the whole premiums draft at the moment as well. But with the premiums, I just don't feel comfortable. There's just not enough. What's the right word to say? There's not enough balance to the squad. With this, I feel a bit more balanced. But yeah, Sterling definitely I'm looking for. I'm going to keep an eye out of him. Because if he does well, then obviously you can upgrade Saka to Sterling and find the 2 million elsewhere that you want to adjust for the funds. Because I can then get Cancelo to Reece James if need it be. Or I can go down straight to Kyle Walker. And then I could get a few funds there to actually upgrade Saka itself. Sam, no one's talking about the new forward of Liverpool. The Nunes, he got a hat-trick, didn't he? I think yesterday or the day before. I think he looks alright, Darwin Nunes. He looks alright. He's done well for Benfica in this previous league where he played. The thing about him is we need a bit more of a sample size. I think Haaland's kind of overshadowed him. But he will get the service, obviously. Look at the players he has around him. Luis Diaz, Jota, Salah, Henderson, and there's players around there that will actually set up these games and these balls for him. So again, let's just wait and see how he does. I think the issue with Nunes is you've got three other players like Salah, Trent, and Robertson, and Diaz that come before him. So kind of like and Alisson. So I think even those five players there, he still doesn't even get into the top five. That's why I think he's being overlooked. But we know what's going to happen. If he gets a couple of goals, bags a few goals, people are going to jump on the bandwagon sooner or later. Turkish, the team is very similar to mine. The only difference is that I've got Mendy, Trent, Trippier, Cash, Reece, Zinchenko, Sterling, Salah, Martin, Nunes. Wow, that's a really good squad, Turkish. I like the way you've gone Zinchenko. I thought about Zinchenko as well, but if I go for Zinchenko, I just feel versus Gabrielle, I'd rather have him. Yes, he might play midfield and have more attacking returns, but again, if that does happen, it's just a straight swap because they're the same price. Ali Matt, can't believe City selling Zinchenko. Must have Cucurella lined up. Yeah, again, so Cucurella from Brighton. I think they do have him lined up personally. I think they had the first bid rejected, right? I think they had the first bid rejected, and I think they're looking for a bit of a higher price, which I think they will get. But they're playing hard to get, which is the full right because he's an amazing player. And if he does go for 5 mil there, could be tempted. Basley, Sam Origi is gone. No other good forward. You're not talking about Darwin from the Gumbelly cartoon, right? Basley, injury prone. Haaland. Yeah, there's injury concerns as well. There are injury concerns, but again, if he starts the season well, why not? Sam says, yes, Spurs meet Chelsea in the second week, but I feel Son and Kane could be in the guaranteed start or in the form at the moment. He's at 8 because he went to an Arsenal. Yeah, I think they've done well, Kane and Son, in the International Cup. They played pre-season, both of them. They got Son to take the penalty because obviously it was around Southeast Asia. So Kane's not off penalties now. I've seen a lot of people on social media saying Kane will take penalties when he comes back to the Premier League. Guys, if you haven't given a like to the video, please give us a like. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button and join the FPL INKLING family. Ali, mixed messages from City regarding Haaland's fitness. I'm going to wait to see if he gets any minutes. And I think they've only got 3 games pre-season. They played 1 the other day. Boys, De Bruyne looked good. He made me think, should I take out Salah? No. De Bruyne is tough. If De Bruyne was 10.5 mil, which he was a couple of seasons ago, I think that would have been the right price for him. The reason why I'm saying that is because they've moved up Son to 12 mil. I think 3 players at 12 mil just doesn't make the game exciting. I think they priced De Bruyne wrong this season. Son got the price rise because he was the second highest point scoring player last season after Salah, rightly so. But De Bruyne got the price rise a couple of seasons ago. He got 250 points. But he didn't get 250 points last season. So I don't know why he's gone up in price, even half a mil. He should have been about the 10.5. I think that would have been fair. They've overpriced him. I think they just thought, Mane's gone. We need to find another 12 mil player. De Bruyne it is. So I think that's a bit of lazy pricing there, personally. Turkish says, I'm a City fan. Haaland would be good to go. Gonna make his debut today against Bayern. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. I am looking forward to that. So hopefully he starts, and I'm going to watch the game very close to see how he plays and what system they're going to potentially play as well. Mike, have no Arsenal in my drafts. Don't like the first 2 fixtures. I mean, that's understandable. I mean, also you can pretty much build the top side without any players outside the top 5. You can do. But for me, the reason why I've gone Arsenal is I feel that they're working towards something. Yes, they had a bad finish to last season, of course. But I seriously believe that there's something good going on, and they've made some really good signings. And what I've seen pre-season from them, I have good hope. So, look, again, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and everyone is, right in their own way. I just thought, why not? Let's. So I've kind of covered most of my squad from 3 Arsenal, 3 Liverpool, and 2 City. That's how I've gone. Ali Mack, I think Salah and Kane rotate captain-wise better than Salah and Haaland, who are away and home at the same game weeks. You're right. Absolutely correct. That's why Kane at the moment is in my thought process, because I'm just not too sure if I can go in game week knowing that he's got Southampton, so it's definitely tempting. Dusty Tones, how are you? I'm good, man. What do you think of Leon Bailey? He scored, didn't he, today against Manchester United? I do like him. For 5 mil, he might be a bargain. So I could actually go for 1 hour to Leon Bailey and then upgrade £500,000 on Mendy to Edison, potentially. Or I could go cash. Not really good 5.5s either. No, so yeah, I can look to invest that £500,000 elsewhere. Could be done. But I want to watch a bit more of him because I've seen patches of him, but I'd like to see a bit more. Sam, Mo Jesus is at 8 because he joined Arsenal. I think that's a bit harsh. No, I think 8 million. He was 8 million when the game released because he was still he was registered as a. Is he still registered as a Man City player or not? I'm not too sure. But 8 mil, still a good price. But overall, guys, let me know some more questions. Let me know your thoughts. But whilst you're doing that, if you're new around here, give us a like and please hit that subscribe button if you're new to FPL Inkling. Turkish says, I think Jesus will be on penalties. I think that's something that Haaland. I think that's something that Arteta gave kind of like an assurance to have him as the main man, main striker, main penalty taker. You're right there. Same as Haaland. Haaland's going to be an interesting one because Haaland, obviously there's Mahrez who's there, De Bruyne who's taken a few penalties. Sterling used to take a few penalties, but he's gone to Chelsea. That'll be interesting to see who takes penalties at Chelsea. Will it still be Jorginho? Or will it give it to Sterling? Turkish, if Jesus is on penalty, I think switching Saka could be as an option. I mean, again, Saka without penalties. Because then, if Saka's not on penalties, then what I could potentially do is you can go for someone. I mean, 8 million, nothing else really kind of like brings to mind. I'm not going to have Mount. Mount, I don't really want to go on that 8 mil for him. I can't go for Diaz because I've already got 3 Liverpool players. I could potentially go to Barnes. Harvey Barnes, I think he got rotated a lot because of the European last season. Go Barnes to 7 mil and upgrade either one of Gabrielle or Cash to Reece James. That could be something I look at, but Saka's just too good. Even if he doesn't have penalties, he's still really good. Mike Jones, Jesus, rotation and place risk. Nketiah could play up top with Jesus wide. Yeah, that could be a possibility. That could be. It's from pre-season, what I've seen so far, he's kind of been given the whole like kind of frontline role. But it'll be interesting to see where he lines up. For now, I'm going to be hopeful, and it's just hope that he's their number 9 and he's on penalties. But we can obviously measure that up when the new season kicks off. Sam, thoughts on Guimaraes, Newcastle? He did really well from January onwards last season. I did look at him. 6 mil? Was it 6.5 mil? I thing about Newcastle is they had a really good buzz and good feel, good end to the last season, but this is their second season now under Eddie Howe. I really want to see how they start, and if he does kick off well, then why not? Why not at all? They haven't got bad fixtures at all, but from Newcastle I've got Murphy Mob. They've got Forest first, I believe. Yeah, Forest and Brighton. So in the first 5 they play Liverpool, Man City. Maybe that's what's put me off. But otherwise he did do well last season. He was really, really instrumental in their goals, their success, and where they finished last season. Ali, how about Digne over Cash? Digne scored more points last season when they both played. I did have a think about it. Digne might be on set pieces as well, right? So at the moment I'm a bit 50-50. It's just, again, like, these can be... The players I'm telling you that can be... In my team that can be changed are Gabrielle, Saka, Fornells, Cash. Those are the 4 that can be rotated or moved, but Digne is someone that I have considered. Again, it's just the ownership that's taken me up. I think Digne was at Everton for first half of the season last season, so maybe that affected it as well. But yeah, that could so easily change to Digne and take it from there, really. Turkish, Mahrez or Foden, Mo? Ooh, Turkish. Put me on the spot there. I think Mahrez got a lot of joy because of penalties, to be honest. Not to say I'm taking anything away from him, but those, like, 3 to 4, 5 penalties this season help as well. But I think this season, with Sterling going, Foden and Grealish are going to be given more of a chance. So out of the 2, for me at the moment, I'll go Foden. Foden for me, Turkish. Tezza, how's it going? I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you so much. Back, fit again, back again. I feel better after recovering from COVID, but thank you for coming back. Guys, if you're new around here and you want to join the FPL INKLING family, hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button too. Let me know your thoughts on my team. Pretty similar to what you guys have seen, a little bit of difference. Let me know what you guys think. Turkish, if Brozier had gone to West Ham, I was going to get him 5.5 mil, would have been good. Yeah, I definitely would have got him as well at West Ham. Bazzi, just realised, Lingard announcement video of him dancing, grow up. That's Lingard for you, right? Mike Jones says, Jesus penalties taken 12, score 5, missed 7. Good luck. Actually, I might have to. But that could be the City dilemma, because even De Bruyne has not got a really good record there, to be fair. Turkish, looking at City fixtures, having Haaland and City and a City mid like Mahrez or Foden could be beneficial, in my opinion. Yes, it could be. It definitely could be. I think what's putting me off them... What's put me off Man City is the rotation. I just hate having my head in my hands thinking, are they going to play, are they not going to play? That's the question. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. As I said, those 4 positions, it could be Digne to Cash. Cash to Digne, sorry. Saka to Foden. Or if I go Harvey Barnes and upgrade Gabrielle to Reece James. I don't know, it's just too much thinking going on. Dusty Turner says, to be fair, Jesus may not be on penalties, and I don't think anyone brought him just for that. Yeah, true. He's definitely been brought to score goals, so I think penalties will be the only thing that he's expected to do. Let's have a look at some players. Guys, if you haven't joined the league yet, please do join the FPL INKLING League as well. And please hit that subscribe button too. Let's go percentage owned. Let's see who's owning who. Perisic is owned by 34.7% of managers. Any Perisic owners in here? Nico Williams at Nottingham Forest could be the next Simicast from last season. Kieran Trippier's got a bit of ownership. I just get concerned with his injury. Tomiyasu is an interesting one. Because Tomiyasu I could literally get in for Gabrielle and then upgrade Mendy to Edison. But yeah, I'm more comfortable with Gabrielle for now. Van Dijk's an interesting one, 12%. It's higher than I thought. Son's got a nice ownership of 26.6. That's going to be interesting. De Bruyne at 15.9. Come up. Out forwards, you've got Jesus, Haaland, Greenwood, Kane at 20.1%. Haaland's has come down, by the way. He was about 65% at one point. Oh, Kane, you're putting me through a dilemma. Dusty Taylor's Jesus has a higher owned than Salah, by the way. He is. He's higher owned than Salah. Unbelievable. Who would have said that last season, eh? Dusty Turkish says Harvey Barnes I was looking at the same as Maddison, but I just don't know with Leicester. I'll tell you what it is with Turkish or Leicester, right? The one thing that's just so close to tempting me to get over the line with Saka to Maddison I can go, but he's 8 mil. But Harvey Barnes isn't too far behind at 7 mil. But for 7 mil, get Harvey Barnes in. The reason why his minutes were limited last season was due to Europe. They're not in Europe this season, right? So obviously he'll get more points. More minutes. So I'm tempted. I'm tempted to go him there, and then Gabrielle I could go to Reece James. That could be something. Ali Mack, I think you're right, Mo, with your 4 nails. Better than Neto. Again, it's my opinion. I think what happened was, the thing what I don't really like about this whole FPL kind of like community and this whole situation is people. One person will come up with this saying that, oh, I think 5.5 mil Neto, bargain. They'll keep going on about it, all pre-season. As soon as the first game of the season will hit, I guarantee most of them won't even have Neto in their subs bench, let alone their first squad. That's the hurt that I find, because last season it was all about Rafinha. Rafinha's the FPL god. Rafinha's this, Rafinha's that. As soon as the first game season hit, how many of these FPL YouTubers or community or the people who have a voice or on FPL Twitter that they have, how many of them actually had Rafinha in their squad? None of them. Hardly any of them had Rafinha. But all pre-season, it was all about Rafinha this, Rafinha that, Rafinha this, Rafinha that. They didn't pick him. Did not pick him at all. So all I'm hearing pre-season this season is Neto this, Neto that, Neto this, Neto that. Fantastic. Let me see on paper. At least with this guy, look at his last 2 seasons. He's played over 2,500 minutes in each of the last 2 seasons, right? He's achieved 125 and 117. Okay, let's round that up in between 121 points, right? Average he gets for 5.5 mil. Not bad. That's a proven record there. Let me show you Neto. This whole hype about Neto, I'm not like having a go at anyone, but I'm just generally just trying to get my head around this. Is, you know, one person says it and everyone just jumps on it. People need to put their own thinking behind this as well, because at the end of the day, you know, we shouldn't just say one thing just because one person has said it. Look at this for the last 2. Yes, he got 124 points the season before. Yes, he was injured last season. But, you know, we need a bit more of a sample size. So he's not the best option there anyway. And Wolves don't even score that many goals. Let's look at this. Let's look at from last season. Let's look at their like strikers, what they achieved last season. 101 points, 2,600 minutes. And we have, who else was there? There was one more. Hwang was the striker as Leicester's last season. 6 goals, 81 points. So again, you know, look at the points here, the overall registered, it was not very high. So going by, you know, that this is the Messiah that's returned and, you know, Wolves are going to go all over the place, I don't agree with it personally. I think it's a bit too much of a hype. And as I said again, keep your eye out, guys, to all those people who are talking about Neto on social media and videos and platforms and stuff. I really want you guys to keep an eye out for, do they select him? Will they pick him for their game week 1 squad? Watch out and see. I'm going to pick Fornells. I picked him already, and I will pick him. So let's take it from there. Ali says, my only United temptation is Sancho. Yep, me too. Sancho or Dalot. Correct, Ali. Exactly same as mine. Mike Jones, first half Rangers, 1-0. Ooh, go on, Rangers. Mo, have you seen the crazy 50,000 people that have used their triple captain already? What? 50,000 people? Have they forgotten last season where I had that triple game week on Salah and I got like 120 odd points? Turkish, send them my videos. Mustafa. Hi, Mustafa. How are you? Let's see your squad. My team. Sanchez, Trent, Robbo, Cancelo. James, Zinchenko, Salah, Rashford, Martinelli, Haaland, Jesus. Nice. Subs, 4-mil goalkeeper by Bailey, Pereira and Greenwood. What do you think? I like that squad, Mustafa. I really do. You got all Trent, Robbo, Cancelo, James, Zinchenko. Really nice at the back. Salah, Rashford, Martinelli. The only thing about Rashford and Martinelli is there's two of them, right? The minutes might be a bit concerning for me. I'd rather have one more kind of like nailed kind of player there. Either Rashford or Martinelli could be taken there. Jesus, perfect. Yeah, again, those two, Rashford and Martinelli, if you can like kind of get one more like fixated player, that would be ideal. Mike says, Neto plays up front for Wolves, who have a great fixtures. He was injured last season and a great price point. Obvious choice if no other emerged like Bailly, for instance. Yeah, I mean, I think... I get that, Mike. I really do. I know he was injured last season, but what the point I'm trying to make is I know people are going to pick him. That's perfectly fine. What I'm trying to say is that people are going to select him are people like me and yourself who literally will pick our squads, how we pick them basically based on our thoughts and knowledge. But there are some people out there who rely upon, people who provide the knowledge. But it just disappoints me when people go on about a specific player, as I said, i.e. Rafinha last season, Rafinha, but then don't actually own Rafinha when first game week starts. That's the only concern I have. Like, look, I like Neto. I'm not going to say I'm never going to own him. I will. If he does well, of course I'll bring him in. But what I'm trying to say is at the moment, I'm not going to turn around and say Neto is the most fantastic player ever. For 5.5 million, he has to be there. I'm interested to see all those people on platforms that are raving about him. How many of them actually pick him? That's my point. All I want to know. But otherwise, not a bad shout at all. Not a bad shout. Because let's look at his ownership at the moment. 20%? Not bad. But again, it's the people who promote him. Will they be taking him? That's the question I'm going to have. FPL. Ali Matt says, do you think FPL will hit 10 million players this season? I think they will. I generally believe it will. It hit 9 point something last year. I'm expecting it to hit 10 mil this year. Mustafa, Raya or Sanchez? Out of the two, buddy, I like Raya. He did really well last season when he played, and he's got some really good fixtures in the first 8. Raya out of the two. Mustafa, also, I hope you're good. Have a nice day. Thank you, Mustafa. Thank you so much. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please subscribe to FPL, guys. Mike Jones, he's the best 0.5 million at that price, pure and simple. Turkish, I wish Spence was a guaranteed starter, otherwise I would have gone for him straight at 4.5 mil. I don't like Perisic, I think they've overhyped him at the moment. I want to wait and see for Perisic. If he does well, no reason why we can't bring him in. But I just want to give him at least 3 games of the season. After the Chelsea game, maybe one more game, then kind of see if he gets a regular starts, where he fits in, what the plans are. And if he is, then why not? We'll get him in. Mustafa, Dallas has moved back to a defender. If he plays in the mid, then it'll be an option again. Dallas, again, the two-year sample size you have of Stuart Dallas. One season, obviously, he did really well because he was obviously listed as a defender. Last season, it wasn't so great as a midfielder. I think Dallas, the problem with Leeds is they're defensively now, they're going to concede still a lot. But if you do want to have a cheap enabler in terms of Dallas, why not? Why not? Kerslin, hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you. I went Kane in place of Haaland and Edison in goal. Not bad. I mean, at the moment, I'm in between Haaland and Kane at the moment. I'm a bit torn. But that's going to be something I'll decide after the Community Shield. Mustafa says, any idea where Zinchenko will play? I think he'll play midfield, by the way. Tierney's not played left back this pre-season for a couple of games. So I think I think personally it could be Zinchenko in midfield if even if Tierney comes back and plays. Mike Jones says 5.5 million nailed striker. I'll take that, thank you. Again, take it. As I said, it's not about you taking it or me taking it. I can own him as well. I'm just saying, the point I made was about people advising it and not following it through themselves. It's not you guys, honestly, Mike. I'm not saying it to you. I could own him as well, but I just want to see how it goes at the start of the season. Ali says, buy more exciting than Neto for me. Again, it's personal preference, Ali. As I said, everyone can choose. I can choose Neto for the start of the season. As I said to you, I'll say that I can pick him. But what I'm trying to say is there are people out there who will promote a player and then not pick them themselves. That's where I get a bit upset. Dusty Mose, what's your thinking behind no Chelsea defenders? Just curious, arguably the best fixtures of the last year. I got burned by James so many times. As I said then, I got Mendy in goal just to cover that. That's why at the moment I'm a bit torn on Harvey Barnes to Gabrielle. Harvey Barnes for Saka and Gabrielle to Reece James. That's what I'm tempted by. I am tempted by. $20 goal returns, insane last season. Let me look at Harvey Barnes quickly. King Harry, hey, you should do some team reviews. I will do. I will come back with some more videos now. This is my first stream back, but I will do some content for you guys for sure. Ali, how have you any money in the bank, Mo? Is that my bank or the FPL bank? In the FPL bank, nothing, and in my own bank, also nothing. I've spent the whole 100 mil. That's what I think I'll be very good with loads of money. Let's have a look at Leicester here. 137. Yeah, it's the minutes. He never gets full season minutes. This is what concerns me with Harvey Barnes. And the thing of Reece James is, which concerns me, yeah, Reece James, he has these amazing double pointing games, but his minutes concern me. Yeah, injuries and stuff. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes, guys. Turkish, I really think Sterling is going to get so many points in game week 1 and the rest of the fixtures ain't bad. Yeah, you're right, man. You definitely are. FPL Penguin, welcome back. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. I've come back after a long time. Back fit and healthy after COVID. Good to go now. King Harry, could you switch Gabrielle to Trippier for the first game week? I could do, but the thing with Trippier is he hasn't played this preseason for the last couple of games, so I'm not really sure what his fitness looks like. And the reason why I've gone Gabrielle is he's nailed on to play. And for 5 mil, look what he's got last season, 146. 13 clean sheets, 5 goals. So, yeah, just a bit differential, I guess. I want some differentials in some part of the squad, so let's see. Sharksy, welcome back, Mo. I hope I'm good, thank you, Sharksy. Thank you so much. Much better, fitter and healthier, and raring to go this season. Guys, if you're new around here, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button too. Never give up FPL. Barnes scored today. Yeah, he did. He did. There we are. That's why I'm a bit 50-50 at the moment. Turkish Madison returns are great. Had a 7 goals, assists in his last 4 games. Yeah, he did. He did. King Harry. Dusty Turners, do you think 5 subs rule will have a big impact on FPL? He will. These big teams especially are going to have so much rotation. I'm not excited, not looking forward to that at all. At all. Cool. Wow, an hour's gone by already. Right, guys, that's it from me today. I think I'll give myself a bit of a rest now, but starting to get a bit tired. But no, it was an absolute pleasure seeing all you guys again, speaking to you guys, getting your insights. So thank you so much for being here. Let's just wait and see. Let's see how the new season begins. Let's see if there's any more news that come through. I will do some more live streams, some video clips as well, and I'll definitely be here for the first deadline stream as well, which will be in just under 2 weeks. So let's wait and see. But thank you so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your good wishes. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon again. If you guys haven't liked the video, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed to FPL INKLING, take a few moments, just hit that subscribe button, be part of our family. Hit the notifications icon to get notifications when I go live or any videos released. And in addition, if you haven't joined our league, the code is just below my camera screen. So please type that in, join the FPL INKLING League, and let's have the best season we potentially can. But thank you so much. Lots of love to everyone. Best luck with your drafts. Any questions,